for the Nintendo Famicom is one of the most disappointing games I have ever played.
We're all familiar with Pac-Man, right? It's one of the most iconic video games ever. It was released in 1980 and has since then been one of the most popular video games of all time. So, this is the part where I should mention that Pac-Land is an arcade game. The arcade version was released in 1984, while the NES port was released in 1985. So, this is basically just an arcade port I'm just reviewing. What really confuses me is that, the first Pac-Man game is just a maze game, but the second Pac-Man game, at least I think it's the sequel, I don't know, it's like a platformer. In what world does that make sense at all? I know what you're thinking. Zelda 2 is different from the first one, Mario 2 is different from the first one, same with Castlevania and a bunch of other games that I don't care to name. They were different from the first one, but none of them switched genres like Pac-Man did. This just makes no sense. So, what's this game like? Well, I don't really know. I should also mention that I've never played the arcade game, so maybe it's better than the NES version, but I don't know. It's an arcade port, so it's pretty much the same, probably. So, let's get right to it. So, at first glance, you'll notice that it's a typical side-scroller, but it is ruined by one thing. The controls are horrible.
Rather than being able to use the D-pad to move and the buttons to do action stuff, you have to hold the A button to move forward and the B button to move backwards. What game has controls like this? It makes no sense. And worst, you have to press up on the D-pad in order to jump. What is going on here? Why are the controls so bad? Remember Super Mario and how revolutionary the game was because of its fantastic controls? It was awesome.
Now, I know what you're thinking. The original arcade controls were button-based, but that does not mean they have to emulate them on a home console. Why did they need to do this? Another thing about this game is that whenever I play it, my insomnia is cured because this game is one of the most boring NES games I've ever played. The music is really awful. Take a listen. I mean, it may sound okay, but it's the only song you hear for 90% of the game. This game is hard too. You die in one hit in this game. Now, I complain about games making you die in one hit, but they deliberately make it unfair. You get 3 lives, no continues, no nothing. What a selfish game. This is so unfair. At the end of each level, you get a sign that says break time. Why would I need a break time? If I needed a break, I would just pause the game and nothing would happen. And also, couldn't they have made it say level 2 up next or level finished? Why couldn't it do that? Level 2 starts and you see the ghosts and UFOs. Yeah, remember that from the game? Remember when the ghosts were flying in UFOs and airplanes? 'Cause I don't. There are some power-ups in this game. When you get this tiny Pac-Man, you jump into it and the ghosts turn blue. Well, that's something from the game. And another one is this hat power-up. I haven't really found a use for it yet, but I might soon. Level 3 is a mountain stage, and it has these logs that spin around when you go near them. I think there's supposed to be a bridge, and there are these ghosts that fly around on airplanes. Here I should mention that there have been multiple times where I've been just stepping on the ghosts for no reason. Aren't they supposed to kill you? Alright, Pac-Man, jump. Alright, please. Pac-Man, come on, jump. No, come on. Game over? What do you mean? Now I have to start the entire game all over again. This is horrible. Oh my god. Might as well just get it over with. Just gotta keep going. I'm gonna try and beat the 3rd level. Alright?
After a while, I managed to beat this level, and it was pretty hard. The next level has different music, and let me tell you, it is a breath of fresh air to hear something different after the first 3 levels. Before I play, I just want to point out that the first 2 levels have you, like, at the end of the level with a church right next to you. Now, I'm not much of a religious guy, but this proves that in the world of Pac-Man, there exists a PAC Jesus, and the PAC Jesus died for PAC people's sins. I don't know. I don't mean to go in depth about this. Let's just play the game. Now, in this level, you jump on random stuff, like, seriously. It's like you're immune to everything. You just jump over pits on, like, invisible blocks or anything. It kind of reminds me of the Cheetah Men 2 for the NES, where you can just do the jump in the midair and all that. Now, this level is very self-explanatory, and there's not much to say about it, and let's keep moving on. Okay, now the next level looks different, but it has the same music as the first 3 levels, which kinda sucks, but hey, at least it looks different. And in this level, you're just doing some tough platforming, and you just gotta, like, make it up there and all that, but with the dumb controls, it is insanely difficult to make precise jumps. And look, I got a game over. Like, come on. Why aren't they giving you any continues? This makes no sense at all. Sorry, guys. The game is just so boring and so hard. Like, I wish I could continue the game, but there's just one problem with that. I don't wanna. So, I'm just gonna end the review here. But first, I'm gonna tell you my complaints about the game. Now, first off, the graphics. The graphics look okay for NES standards, but, like, couldn't they have been better? Like, they are so bland and all that. Like, the NES is far more capable than this. Now, the NES was in its early years, and the developers probably didn't know if, like, they could make games like Ninja Gaiden and stuff. I mean, those games look great, but, like, take a look at Castlevania, which came out in '86. It was one of the early NES games, and take a look at how good it is. Like, the attention to detail is just amazing. So if that game could do it, why not this one? Another thing I want to complain about is the Pac-Man sprite. Since when did Pac-Man grow arms and legs? Didn't have that in the original game. Another thing I want to complain about is the controls. Like, the controls are horrible, and, like, they couldn't have just, like, made them like a normal game. Like, have they played Mario before? Like, why couldn't it be more like that game? Now, that's basically all I want to say about this game. One more thing, though. I heard a rumor saying that it only came out in Japan, but I'm not entirely sure if that's true or not. So, if you can tell me if it's true or not, then I'll give you a shout out. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.